Howdy folks, how you doing today? It is Jimmy G and the place to be, bringing you back another wonderful, stupendous, or stupidness episode of The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, where we unbox, give our first reaction and our unabashed opinions about all things pop culture, and maybe go to an eventual, just a convention or two or something like that. But if you're here for the first time and go, hey, I kind of like this guy, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and get notified of all of our videos. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. And so today we're going to go to a place where that's more than meets the eye, and it is the world of Transformers. And we're going to look at a new one that I got in the box that can also possibly cure penicillin. So if you want to know what that is, come take a look with me right now. Here is what is more than meets the eye. It is Transformers Legacy Evolution Nacelle, or Nacelle, or Nacelle, or Nacholele, or Nacho Libre. This is him right now. As you know, there's some posts going on right now that people are experiencing mold or something on it. I don't know what it is. You know what? This may be an awesome mold, or it may just be moldy, but I am excited to open it. This is my first actual Cybertronian Jet form. I haven't actually collected any of those. It's from the Siege line or anything like that. So this is my first of that. And this is part of that whole Transformers, like in the beginning origins with Orion Pax and Minor Megatron and all those different ones that are out there. But this is Nacelle, and you can get this on Hasbro's website or off of Amazon, wherever you want to get it. It's wherever it is sold on this. So look at this front. This artwork is amazing. Plastic-free packaging, 8+ on here. I always love Transformers Legacy's like artwork on here. I don't love the plastic-free packaging because I got mixed feelings about it. Nice little side view. We got Armada Prime, Leo Prime, all the primes. The back, 21 easy steps, easy for a child, not easy for Jimmy G. But love the color scheme, and I can't wait to take a look at it. And then this side with the Senate and all that kind of stuff. And there's what's his name? The Nova Prime, I think. Is that what that is? But yep, that is it. That is it in his box. So let's get it out of the box and let's do this right now. And there he is. My first impressions is it is a pretty cool looking bot. No mold. There's no mold on my bot, so I don't know what everyone else is going through, but there's no mold on this guy. He is mold free, so don't need that extra penicillin. So if you have any weird diseases, this one will not cure you. Find another one. But looks very, very cool. I really love the, sorry about that. I had something drop off my lap, but looks very cool. Very red, white, and blue. Has interesting, just an interesting mold. This is the reuse of the Siege Tetrajet, I think that's what it's called, Tetrajet or whatever, the Cybertronian Jets form, which I never got any of them. I'm excited because this is my first one. But what you get in the package, you get, of course, Nacelle or nasal. You also get the instructions, which I will be using, and then the two guns, which fit on his shoulders, like so. Boom. And boom. Almost like null rays right there on that. But let's bring it in for a closer look here. But love the look of that face, the yellow eyes, the red. This blue is really nice. I mean, the paint job is really, really good. I love the red, white, and blue. I love the accents. This does just enough to kind of make it pop. And then that blue is one of my favorite color blues. And so it's already won me over with that. Now, I've never heard of this bot. Many of y'all may have, but I know it's one that's out there. The back looks really good. Now, on mine, I got some scratches right there. So just a few little imperfections, not much. But overall, very nice looking robot. And so let me move my camera up a little bit so we can go through a little bit of articulation on this guy. And so you have the head, which is on a ball, and you should be able to spin it, but it is tight. It is a tight spin. And the eyes are that light piping. I don't know if you can kind of see. Boom, let light in, let light out, let light in. But that light piping yellow right there, so you can kind of see that back there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but that lets the light in. The head does move up and down. Arm, of course, you got the wings in the way, so you really can't go back. I mean, unless you pull the wing back like that, then you have full range of motion. You do have that right there. You also have that right there, so you can kind of see that. And then you do have the spin there, as well as the spin on the elbow, which is awesome. And then the hand, you do have some twisting right there, twisty on that as well. And then the next thing you got it does go back about that much too as well, so that's very cool. And it's more than a 90-degree bend on that. So, and then the waist, we do have some turning, but this gets in the way, so you can't do a 360 with the turn. Ab crunch wise, there's not an ab crunch on this guy. So yeah, so if you're hoping for abs of steel, you don't get it. And then last but not least, let's look at the legs. He's got legs and knows how to use them. And so we got the Jean-Claude that you can do right there. So he can kick those babies out, and then he can kick up and get really good, more than a 90-degree up. So he can really try out for the Rockettes, and more than a 90-degree bend on that knee there. So, and then it can go out like so too. So you do have some options there that you can play with. Now, as far as going back, not much to it. Can't really go back. You just can go forward. So from an articulation, that's about it. And so pretty nice overall. I am digging it. So let me get it kind of standing normal, because we want to do some comparisons with some other bots. So let's bring in the bots. And so we'll set you right there. Let's start with a core class Starscream right there. And then we got a Voyager class Starstream. So you can kind of see just from a height standpoint, they are about the same height. A retro Starscream. This is from the Transformers the movie retro line. Oh, that keeps going off on me. I don't mean for it to do that. There we go. I also brought in New Age's Optimus Prime, so you can kind of see from that aspect there. And then we have the G2 Toxitron Grimlock and a Magic Square Masterpiece level Optimus Prime. So there we go with some comparison in height. You can definitely see that he is just that Voyager class size there. So really nice size, really decent. And again, I am digging the articulation on it. But and also just the detailing in the mold too as well. Just looks so cool. Like you got the detailing there, all sorts of really cool stuff. So I think they did a really good job on this. Of course, they've had a lot of practice because they've had a lot of molds. Why am I saying mold? Is it because Nacelle has that mold connotation to them? But let's move all of y'all out of the way because we got to get ready to transform this baby. And he transforms in 21 easy steps. Of course, Jimmy will probably do it in 365, throw it out the window, go get a shot of Buffalo Trace whiskey, come back, try it again, and hope for the best. So I won't let you watch me stumble through that transformation, but let's give it a go nonetheless. Here we go. All right, here it is in its alt form, the Cybertronian Jet form. My first impressions of transforming one of these, because like I said, I didn't have any of the Siege ones, it's weird. Like, the instructions, first of all, weren't as clear to me as they should have been. Clear as mud. Took me about, I'd say about 30, 45 minutes to get him in this form, which I know the second time around will be a lot quicker, but Yeah, it's a weird, funky transformation for me. Some of y'all may be like, oh, it's easy, but for me, it was a weird and funky transformation. But let's take a look at him. So let me pull the camera up a little bit so we can get some good views. And so there he is from the top. And so just that cool, angular kind of jet looking from Cybertron. There's the front. This part I'm still having kind of issues of it staying in. Had issues with things popping off. There's the back. See, this is what threw me off, is how these are laying. And then this just right there, that's weird. But okay. Maybe I'm doing that wrong, but that's just kind of odd. There we go from the side, and then the bottom. And again, it just, for me, maybe I'm missing something, but it just looks kind of interesting. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but it's just not like my favorite kind of form. I mean, this looks cool. I mean, it looks cool. It's just not my favorite to transform, I would say. But overall, I love the colors. I love the look. I love the molded plastic, and this transparent windshield right here is kind of cool. And just a little bit of details, and these guns right here look cool right here on that. See, notice that. See how that just pops right there for me? And so you got to I just kind of stick it back underneath there and say, stay. And hope it stays. So let's do this. Let's put him like so. And we'll compare them to a few things I got right here. This is Magic Square's Swindle. So you can kind of see from a size standpoint what that looks like. Let's move Swindle back. Let's bring in, this is Scourge from the Velocitron line. And so you can tell he's a little bit bigger. That's where from a scale standpoint, they don't really scale together, right? This should be bigger than a truck. But that's what you get right there. So so those that are looking for in alt mode, if you're looking for good scaling, you're not going to get that. But bot mode, yeah, you'll get a pretty good scaling on that. And then just a retro Thundercracker right there that you can kind of see with it on this aspect. So there we go. But overall, I mean, he's pretty cool. I'll tell you what, let's get back together and just give you a few of my final thoughts on it. And is it a buy or is it a, yeah, you know, that kind of thing. So stay tuned. Some final thoughts on Nacelle or Nacelle or Nasal. I'm just going to call it Nasal. Let's give you some final thoughts on Nasal. Hazel. In robot mode, I think he looks great. I mean, just the eyes, the color scheme, I like it. I like it a lot. I wish there were some faction stickers on him. That would make this kind of cool, just to have some faction stickers, but I get it. Maybe not. Maybe Toy Hacks. We just got to wait for what Toy Hacks does. But look at that face. That face is so cool. The color scheme, the red, blue, and white, really good. The cons for me on this one, oh, and then something I forgot to show you from a articulation standpoint. You have an ankle rock, and it goes up and down like so too as well. So sorry about that. Sorry I forget to show you that kind of stuff. But the cons, I don't want to say hate. Hate's a strong word. The alt mode is just not my favorite. And I don't know if it's just because of the difficulty or the weirdness of the transformation. And it just kept popping out on that. So there was some stress on some joints or something somewhere. But that alt mode is not my favorite. The transformation was not my favorite. The instructions weren't as clear, of course. Again, some of y'all can do this in like 10 minutes. I mean, it takes a little bit. I'm just senile and old. I can't get it just as good, but let me give you a good, bad, awesome from robot mode. Awesome. And then in alt mode, I would say pretty good. And then the difficulty and transformation for me, I didn't like it. So, but, you know, I got to be brave, because I'll tell you what, Magic Square transformations are a lot harder than this one. And so if I can't get Hasbro down, how do I expect to get Magic Square? Now, I know some of y'all say, why do you follow instructions? Just look on YouTube. YouTube has great videos. I do look at YouTube after I can't kind of get it figured out. But I like to try to the instructions, because I know y'all are buying it sometimes. Some of y'all that are looking at this for the first time and going, hey, I might buy it, and I'm going to see if I can follow the instructions. Now, something I wish some companies would make is just make a interactive instructions that kind of has stop motion or something that just shows you step by step. That would be cool, because I'm a very visual learner. That would be awesome. But scale of good, bad, awesome, when you average it all together, I would say this is a very good to a pretty awesome. Very good to pretty awesome. I take points off because I'm not really fond of the alt mode, and then the transformation for me sucked. But other than that, I think he's cool. I think he's awesome. I like the look of him. I'll keep him in robot mode. He's my first Cybertronian Jet. I can't wait to open some of the other like prequel Transformers that Orion Pax data clerk one I have. The Senator Shockwave, Ratbat, Minor Megatron, and then this one I'm excited about, the Deadeye Dual Pack, because those weapons on these guys, when you look at the back, look freaking phenomenal. So I can't wait to do these ones here. But that will come on another day. So y'all, thank you for watching, and I encourage you to continue watching. Tell your friends about us, tell your enemies about us, tell everyone about us, tell the president. Write the president and say, hey, you know, you should be watching The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, because he will help you with all your toys, and that way you don't have to buy them. So with that, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. Take care of yourselves, okay?